of this past November. But more importantly, I am a wife and I'm a mom. I've been married to my husband Luke for 15 years this summer. And we have 3 kids, Silas, Lila, and Jack, which many of you have heard me talk about Jack and have seen Jack and have probably feel like you know Jack. And he is at home with me currently, but he goes to school next year, so life's going to change for me this fall. So I started with Unique the last week in July of 2014. So you'll notice a lot of us started around the same time that are up here today. And all of us have different journeys, which I love that. I think that is so cool. So I have just a little bit about me. I have a master's degree in social work. I worked in that field for about 10 years until I realized that I hated it. I love people. I don't like them in the social work setting. Didn't know that about myself for about 10 years, and much to my husband's dismay and many school loans later, I left the field of social work. Part of why I hated social work was because I'm the type of person that has to have a creative outlet, and social work just did not fulfill that in me. So I would try and find it in other areas like cooking, decorating, things like that. And so when I left social work, my grand idea was to start my own business, refinishing and painting furniture. So that's what I did. I started a little business called Lila's Pockets in Indianapolis, and my best friend and I did that together for many years. Well, many. I mean, it was like, I don't know what, 6 years. One of my other best friends, Natalie, today. And it was a huge Lila's Pockets supporter, too. But it really got to the place with Lila's Pockets where I found myself spending more money on the business than I was actually making. People loved my stuff. They just didn't want to pay the money that it was worth. And it was right around that time where I was starting to have a little bit of a panic attack because I relied on that money, that one of my best friends joined Unique. And now my sponsor, Natalie Center, and she, actually the funny thing about Natalie and I's story, and things could have gone down very differently, I was added to an online Facebook party. And I called her because I knew nothing about makeup, and she did. And I'm like, Natalie, what the heck is this 3D fiber lash stuff? Have you tried it? She's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I said, okay, now how many of you would have loved for this to happen? I said, I'm going to add you to this party that I'm in. And let's buy it, and then you can tell me what you think. So that's what we did. Several weeks later, I see her on Facebook with it. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I call her, I'm like, what are you doing? And she says, you should do a party. You know a lot of people in other states. And it took me all about 2 minutes to decide that I was going to join. Because I had been talking with her about changing up my makeup game. And she said, you should just buy the kit. And so I did. But the thing was, because we were in some financial issues, I didn't have $99. So I marched my little butt up to my closet. I pulled out 7 pairs of shoes from my bin. I posted those suckers on Facebook. And I bought my $99 kit with 7 pairs of shoes. So if you got to go to the okay, so here's the thing. I used to shy away from numbers in the beginning of this. My elite will tell you that. I've learned to share my numbers, and here's why. Not to brag, but because I want to inspire you. Anyone can do this. And I prove that to you in this way. I share my numbers, I share my success with you, but I share my methods. Because I never ever want a woman to look on at me and say, never be her. Never do what she's doing. And that is why I have come up with ways, come up with methods, come up with ideas that I will never hold back from giving. Because I don't want anyone to ever look on at me and say, I can't do that. Okay? So we have that deal. So as I share these things, I don't want any of you sitting there thinking, I can't do that. Okay? Okay, so my business took off from the beginning. Okay, my launch party was fabulous. By the end of my launch party, I had 3 people on my team, and it just went crazy. I hit green in 6 weeks. I alone had the company sales for green in 2 weeks into September. Okay, so my business started off strong, very strong. It has honestly not slowed down one day since then. You can ask Natalie and just I am probably going to lose my mind one of these days. So enjoy the time with me while you have it. I'm gonna lose it in the future. No, and you know honestly, because I'm one of those people too. I look on at the Sherry Browns and the Brie Richardsons, and I think, well, they had, you know, I've said this. They just had it easier back then. You know, it was easier for them. And I will be honest with you. When I joined, was it easier? In a lot of ways, yes. Because I could slap up a stupid picture of a splash photo, and people would ask me about it, and they might buy. So in a lot of ways, and you laugh because you know it's true, in a lot of ways we've done it. It was easier, but I will tell you this. With a little creativity and a little innovation, you will see unbelievable results in your business. Because I have figured that out, my business is tenfold of what it was last year, and I will tell you this. My November, my December, my January, and my February were double what they were last year, and that's without the Liquid Foundation, ladies. Okay? You can do this. All right, so I was recently, I'm not even like, I'm not there yet. All right, I recently got on the Black Status page and asked a lot of the Black Status leaders, I want to know what the girls in your top 10, what they're doing to be in the top 10. Because I knew what mine were doing. You know what mine were doing. So I wanted to know. Now, not including, can I go back? Okay, so I asked, and I prefaced it with, don't include the girls that spend thousands of dollars on Google Ads and Facebook boosts. Here's why. There's nothing wrong with that. You can make money doing that. Well, I would beg to differ with someone about how much money you can make doing that. You can get a really high PRS with that. And that's okay. That's fine, and I don't judge them for that. I will tell you this. If you spend a lot of money on Google Ads and Facebook boosts, you will not build a team that knows how to sell the product. Okay? So if you do that, fabulous. All more power to you. I would love to have a Google Ads girl on my team. Bring it on, right? But you best know how to sell the product in some other way so that you can teach the people under you how to do it. Okay? So that's why I didn't want to include that in the top 10 PRS. Hands down, the girls with the top 10 PRS on the Black Status page are doing online parties and Facebook. Hands down. Because here's the thing. If someone had told me that in joining Unique, I was going to have to do home parties and one-on-ones, no way. No way. Many of you know this about me. I'm terrible one-on-one. I really am. If I've given off the vibe that I'm a little snobby, I promise I'm not. I'm terrible one-on-one. I'm so much better with this. But put me in front of 4 people and I am scared to death. Okay? So that scares me. My life just does not work with that. Okay? So the reality is 99% of the people that are joining you in this business are joining because they think they can do this online. So does that mean you shouldn't do one-on-ones and home parties? Absolutely not. I got Patty on my team back here that's a rock star with home parties. Love it. She's always in my top 10. Fabulous. But Patty also knows how to sell online because she's got girls on her team that sell online. Okay? Does that mean that I don't do it? Yeah, kind of. It does mean that I don't do it. But I can tell you how. I can tell you how, and I can point you to someone that knows how to do it. Okay? So the importance of what I'm about to share with you is this. You are going to have girls that need to know how to sell on this platform, even if you're not doing it yourself. Okay? Okay. So how do you effectively sell online? You need to know what your number one product is. Okay? You got to know what your number one product is. And I can promise you, this is something I figured out early on, which is why I think my business went off with a boom. Okay? Your number one product is not the mascara. Dear God, your number one product is not the liquid foundation. Okay? It's not. It is not any of our products. Your number one product is the experience that you are giving to the viewer. Okay? So whether that is your business page, your customer-based group, your Facebook wall, or your online party, that is the number one product, the experience that you are giving. Ultimately, it's you, right? Ultimately, but you gotta go more than that. It's not just you. It's more than that. It's how you engage with the viewer. It's how you connect with the viewer. And it's how you make them feel when they watch you. It's creating something that others want and then they want to share with other people. Okay? So, first, you need to understand Why are people on Facebook? Well, first, it's an escape, okay? I mean, before all of us started Unique, we were on Facebook as an escape. That's why my husband's on Facebook, that's why my mother's on Facebook. You're on Facebook to scroll mindlessly, to be entertained, to watch a few funny things, to laugh, to connect with people, okay? So you're on there to escape, to connect, and to be entertained. That's why people are on Facebook. Listen to me. They are not on there to buy. That's not why people get on Facebook, okay? So that's not how you're going to engage with them. What you're going to do, you are giving them something for free, okay? So I want you to change your mindset from being on Facebook to have someone buy something from you, to being on Facebook to give something to them, okay? That's your goal. You are giving an enjoyable experience to them. It's an experience that they're going to want to share with others. Okay, so let's talk about how do we have, you know me, I gotta give tangible ways of doing stuff, right? All right, so how do we give an enjoyable experience? I'm really terrible with this clicker. Okay, quality has to be of the highest quality and excellence. Your experience must be high quality. I always tell my team this. An organized party is a qualified party. An organized party is a qualified party. If you do not take the time to organize and plan your thoughts out, write your script out, have your pictures ready, your videos done, forget it. Okay? Forget it. I'm just being honest with you. You cannot expect a viewer to take the time out of their mindless scrolling to stop and watch and pay attention to what you've done if you've not put the time in to be creative and thoughtful about what you've done. Okay? So, your party should flow like a conversation. I don't know what I just did. I'm sorry. Okay, it's okay. I joked with them, like, I'm talking about giving this awesome experience and my PowerPoint sucks. So, like, just don't even look at it. This is so not representative of what I would put out there. But I'm learning Keynote. Was anyone aware on Facebook when my laptop crashed and I lost all of my videos and all of my materials? That was marriage counseling day. It involved my husband, and it was a bad day. So,
Is that where you want to be?
yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect. Thanks, Melanie. Okay, so when you're doing a party, it should flow like a conversation. You don't want to be all over the place scattered. I mean, you've been in a conversation with someone that's kind of like me right now, kind of all, jumping all over, like, where is she going? I'm like, I need to get out of this conversation. I just cannot follow her. That cannot be your party. You need to flow in with a welcome, talking about who you are, moving to our number one product, our face products, lip products, eyes, whatever. It doesn't have to be that, I know everyone's afraid to say no. It doesn't have to be in that order, but it needs to flow, and then flow into the opportunity, and then talk about, an overview of what we've done in the party, and then a thank you. Okay? It needs to all flow together like a conversation. It needs to be easy to watch, easy on the eyes. Do not, please promise me, do not agree to run a party for someone if you do not have a party script saved in your phone. Okay? If you don't have a party script in your note section that you can copy and paste with an album with the pictures that match the post and the videos that match the post, do not offer to run a Facebook party. You know why? Because it's those parties that are giving us a bad name. That's the honest truth. It's those kind of parties that are giving Unique presenters a bad name. If you are laying in your bed at night, scrolling through your phone, trying to figure out what you're going to post in a party, you better not expect that viewer to get up out of her bed at night to go get her credit card, to come back to the computer to make a purchase. Don't expect it. It won't happen. Okay? Now, quality. Your posts need to be high quality. Okay? And that means high quality, good pictures. And you know how I feel about videos. You all know how I feel about videos. Like, that is the backbone of my business. But I will tell you this, and I'm beginning to believe this guys even more. The pictures are just as important as the videos. Because a picture can kill the experience. If it is a graphic, how many of you already know what I'm going to say? No graphics! No graphics. A graphic is anything that does not have a picture of somebody in that post, preferably you. When you look at somebody's vacation pictures and you have now looked at the 10th landscape picture or the 3rd picture of their dinner plate, you're bored. You're bored. You want to see pictures of people. That's what attracts the human eye. Okay? Any type of picture, and it doesn't matter how many ways I say this, people still don't understand it sometimes. That means any of our products. If you're posting a picture of just our product, that is an ad. Okay? If you're posting little memes with Kermit the Frog, with no eyelashes, please don't post that. That's another thing that's giving us a bad name. Okay? Nobody thinks that's funny, but you need presenters. Okay? They don't get it in the parties. Okay? The panda bear with no circle. I know some of you love that. You do. You love it. But I promise you, the rest of the world might for a split second think it's funny, but they don't see it the way you see it. Okay? Take it out of your party. Okay? That is candy. What you want to do is have your videos, okay? And then you want photos that are going to back up those videos. So if you do a video on 3D fiber lashes, that next post that you do a couple hours later is going to be a picture of your awesome 3D fiber lashes. Or if you're going to do a video on how to apply the addiction eye palettes, the next post a couple hours later is going to be a picture of what it looks like with the addiction eye palettes on. Here's why. Your photos give evidence to your videos. Okay? Because when someone's watching your video, they can't always see really well what the product is doing, but you can take a dang good picture of those addiction palettes. Okay? And it's going to back up that video even more. That panda bear cannot do that. Okay? Kermit the Frog cannot do that. Okay? So that's the importance of a really good picture. So here's, and they're not clear on here, but that's a graphic. You all know what that is a graphic. Okay? It has lips on it, but it's still not a picture of a person. Okay? It's a graphic. This is me, looking all snobby. I told you. Okay, so maybe I am a little snobby. That's me with the lip glosses, because I have a post about how I used to be a lip gloss snob, and I carried around 18 different lip glosses, and I didn't like any of them. Okay? So that's the difference. And that picture actually on Facebook is very clear. You can see the color of lip gloss. Okay? And it doesn't look like an ad. Okay, now, I don't post about every product we offer in the parties. Okay? And I must get this question a zillion times. What products do you post about? Well, one, please go follow me on YouTube. There's a training on there. Okay? But two, what I post about in my parties may not be what you post about in your parties. And here's why. You need to be posting about the products that make you feel the most confident. You need to be posting about the products that you feel the most comfortable applying. Okay? So if you haven't gotten the hang of, and new presenters really listen to this, okay? If you haven't gotten the hang of the splurge cream shadow yet, by all means do not post about the splurge cream shadow. No one's making you, okay? Because your customers are going to buy what you love the most, what you're most passionate about, what you're most confident and comfortable doing, because it's going to show. It's going to show in your videos, and it's going to show in your pictures, okay? You will get the confidence. I can post about every product on our website now, because I've now gained the confidence and the familiarity with the products. But I still only post about my favorites in the party, because those are the ones I'm most excited about. My customer base group gets the other products, but I don't slam my party with all the products. I slam them with my favorites, okay? All right, now, the second step, so our first step in giving an experience that's worth sharing, quality. Second step in giving an experience that's worth sharing is connecting. Oh wait, these are pictures again. Oh, this is horrible. So the top two pictures are when I first joined Unique. I don't even know what that is. Like, it's my forehead. I honestly, like, what, Natalie, why did you not tell me? Okay? very clear. You're looking at my eyes, okay? You're looking, and when I post a picture like that, I will always get what's on your eyes, okay? Down here, very clear. There's actually, I didn't even use a filter on that picture because the lighting was so good that day. But, yeah, what's on your eyes? What's on your lips? It's clear, okay? Nicole, are you just noticing my brand? You messed up. Yes, I just branded myself. Okay. All right, so the second step in giving an experience worth sharing is connecting. You have to find a way to connect with your viewers. So how do you take a person that is on Facebook to escape, who's mindlessly scrolling through her newsfeed, into a relationship with you? That is a really big jump, right? That's a really big jump. How do you do that? How do you go from someone who's trying to escape into a relationship with you? Well, it is not easy, okay? It is not easy. It's a lot of hard work, but I'm telling you, it can be done. It can be done. You need to first create an atmosphere where you don't have a lot of time, where you quickly break down those walls. Okay? Those walls have to be broken quickly. So your first video in an online party, you've heard me say this, it needs to be a welcome video. That needs to be the very first post. The viewers in that party are most likely to see the very first post if they engage with it. So if they click on it, they have now entered that party, and they are much more likely to start seeing your posts come through their feed. Okay? That is why it is so important that your first post not be a picture. It has to be a video. Okay? Now, in that video, they need to want to click on it. Okay? So if you were sitting at a table, my name is Kara, and I'm a unique presenter, and your host is husband. I'm not going to click on that. I'm here to escape. I'm here to be entertained, right? That's not, no. So here's what I always tell my team. You need to be upbeat, and you need to be energetic. And you need to find a way to make that viewer want to click the play button, okay? So in my welcome video, my arms are moving, right? My eyes are big, and my mouth is moving, okay? And I'm upbeat and energetic. Now, it's still genuine to me though, okay? So here's what I tell in my training. Take your personality up 3 notches, okay? So some of you may not need Melina. I mean, you just have to be Melina, right? Some of you may not need to do that. I'm a person that does, okay? I'm a person that does. So the people that watch my videos that really know me, they are not turned off by the videos because I am being genuine with who I am. It's just up a few notches to engage people into the video, to pull them in, okay? So your first goal is to make them stop. That's your first goal. You want to make them stop scrolling. The second goal is to make them smile. Once you've done that, you've stopped them, you've made them smile, now it's time to connect, okay? And so my theory, which is why I do Facebook groups, okay? My theory is that if I can get them to stop and smile, I know I'm going to connect. If they'll just watch me. And so once I get them to connect, now they want to be in this group, okay? That's why I do groups. So, your videos, okay, so your videos should offer something before requiring anything, okay? This is part of you giving them something for free. So what you're going to do is you are going to teach them about the products rather than tell them about the products, okay? So what does that mean? Ultimately, they could walk away from your video, walk right into a CVS, pick up some makeup, and do what you just taught them. Absolutely, they could, but I'm banking on that connection piece with me and them, that they're going to buy the product I'm talking about, okay? Do not do videos where you're just telling them what the products are, because you're not really offering them anything. You're just selling them. That's the difference between selling and sharing, like Brittany talked about. Because here's the thing. When you teach someone something, you empower them. And when you empower them, they connect with you. And when they connect with you, you've given them confidence to trust you and buy from you. Okay? So in all of your videos, your goal should be to teach, not tell. And the reason I say this is because I've seen videos of girls just holding up bandage palettes, talking about the colors. That's great, but you're telling them. You haven't taught them anything, you haven't offered them anything. You're asking something from them without giving, okay? So it's just changing that mindset. You want to teach before you tell them anything. All right, so here is an example of creating a video that lets them see your personality, lets them smile a little bit, also tells them a little bit about yourself, okay? But tells them about, or teaches them about something before telling them.
I have been blessed with really big brows. Okay, but seriously, look at these babies. I have always had big brows. If you go back and look at a picture of me from the time I was a little girl, I've always had really thick eyebrows. And I've never known what to do with them. I'm still a little hesitant with them. I've always been told that I have Brooke Shields eyebrows, which I think, don't get me wrong, I think she's a beautiful woman. I just think you think Brooke Shields and you think brows, right? But I realize that not every woman has these babies on their face, okay? A lot of women have thin brows or sparse brows because as we age, we begin to lose some of our eyebrows. And actually, believe it or not, mine are probably half the size that they were 10 years ago. So I'm really excited about these two products that we have because I think you're going to love them. Brows are what frame your face. Brows are what show your age. So if your brows are sparse and thinning, without realizing it, it does show your age because that's something that happens as we age. So I'm going to show you a fabulous way to bring back your brows. All right, this is our brow pencil. It has a little spoolie on the end. Little side note, I hate the word spoolie. I hate saying it, but that's what it is. It's a spoolie. Okay, and so what you're going to do is you're going to brush up and down. Okay, up and down. And then you're going to take the pencil line, okay? They come in 3 different shades. So we have blonde, brunettes, and really dark black or brunette hair. And you're going to just make the shape of your eyebrow. You're going to take little tiny lines to fill it in, just like little hairlines. This is a tiny, tiny pencil. So it's literally the width of a hair follicle, okay? And so what we do, we just come down, create the shape of the brow. Now for some of you, this is going to make a huge, huge difference. Now I am sparse in some areas, so filling this in is fabulous for me. Here, I just want to make this even because I'm a terrible plucker. I'm never even. Okay, I'm just filling in. Are you seeing the difference already? Creating that shape. Okay, you see that? See how it just looks so much more manicured? Okay, so once you do that, then you get this. Okay, this is fabulous. This is a brow gel, and it has fibers in it, just like our mascara. So what it's going to do, it's going to tame those babies for people like me, and it's going to thicken your brows up because it's going to add little tiny fibers. Okay? And it's going to create perfectly. What do you think of that? Amazing, right? Okay. These two products, they're awesome. They are going to create a frame for your beautiful eyes and face. Go get it today. Okay.
So in that video, you learned a little bit about me. You learned that I have big eyebrows. You learned that people call me Brooke Shields sometimes, right? You learned that I can laugh at myself, right? You learned how to do your eyebrows with or without our products. You learned how to do it. But I showcased our products. And by the end of it, you're not going to CVS to go get brow products. You're going to get those, right? So that's connecting with the customer. You also want to be vulnerable. So it's okay. I'm obviously silly, okay? I don't take myself entirely too seriously in those videos. And when I get a little ridiculous, I call myself out on it, okay? It's okay to be silly. It's okay to make some mistakes. I love, and we talk about this on Team Flourish a lot, I love the saying, people admire you because of your strengths, but they connect with you through your weakness. I saw that this week. I did a Periscope about how I struggle with fear and why I struggle with fear. That Periscope generated more messages in my inbox than any other training I've ever done. You know why? Because people connected with me on my weakness. That's why. That's how you connect with people. Okay? So, what does that mean for your parties? Don't be afraid for them to laugh at you. That is a huge wall that comes down. You know the people in your life that it's okay to make fun of them because they can laugh at themselves. They're the most fun people to be around. They really are. And so that breaks down a huge wall when you give the viewer the permission to laugh at you. So here's an example of one of my bloopers.
Love it. It's my favorite trick. You're going to love it too. So go get your lashes. Also, just want to show you the pigments I have on today. This is my #1 asked question when I wear these pigments. What are you wearing? So it's gorgeous, sassy, confident, and innocent. Whenever I wear these pigments, people start to ask me what's on my eyes. So probably going to get them. You get 4 of them for a deal in our sex section.
Guess what? That's in my party. They love it. They love it. It gives them the chance to laugh at me. It lets them know that, I'm not here to brag about my strengths. It's okay to be a little vulnerable and weak. And they laugh. And it works. It works. The other thing you want to do is be willing to show your flaws. So you can see. You can't see it right now, but I have acne scars around my mouth because I had horrible acne before I joined Unique because of my precious Jack and his last pregnancy on my body. But our liquid foundation covers that up. Being vulnerable and being able to post a picture of the part of my body that honestly I dislike the most, that connects with some girl in that party who's struggling with the exact same thing. And I can't tell you the number of young moms that have messaged me because I'm willing to say that their pregnancy did a number on me. And their message are like, yes, my self-esteem is so low right now because of acne on my jaw and mouth. I don't even want my husband to kiss me right now. I'm like, I got the answer for you. Because that's what it did for me. That is called connecting. That's connecting. Being able to do that. Okay? Being able to post your wake up face with your makeup face in your parties and being okay with that and confident enough to do that. That's going to connect with a woman that says, okay, she doesn't always look like that. You mean I might be able to look like that too? Okay? That's connecting. That's being vulnerable. Okay, so here's the nitty-gritty of connecting after they purchase from you. So here's what I do, and many of you may already know this, but once I get to a point where the customer has connected with me in the party enough to feel confident enough to trust me to buy, they place an order online, I get a message in my inbox, I email them right away with tips and tricks for how to apply the product, okay? Then I go back to the Facebook party. I tag them in a post. Thank you, Sally Sue. Parentheses. Did you get my Facebook message? Question mark. Okay, it's for everyone to see, for her to see, right? Then I send her a Facebook message. Sally Sue, thank you so much for your order. Thank you even more for supporting your friend Rhonda. She is fabulous. Okay, compliment her friend. Then you talk about whatever she ordered. I love the sleek lip stain. It's going to look awesome on you. By the way, I sent you an email with some tips and tricks to apply the mascara. But before you do that, would you mind checking out this 30-second video? And I have a link to my thank you video that is me in front of her saying, thank you so much for your purchase. Your purchase is what allows me to stay home with our kids. Your purchase is what helps our family do the things that we like to do, like go on vacation and pay our mortgage, whatever it is, okay? But it's me in front of her, letting her know what you just did, how you just affected my life. That's called connecting, right? Now, because Facebook's stupid, and they've changed messages up again. Have you all noticed that?
Yes.
This is how I've gotten around that. I've asked that question. Okay? I used to say, let me know if you didn't get it. Well, with the way Facebook is, it's just annoying. So now I ask that question. Okay? And she'll comment under, I don't think I got your message. And I'll comment, no problem. I'm going to send you a friend request so that you're able to view it. Great. Okay? So once she accepts my friend request, I then go back to the message and I say, can you see this now? Question mark. And she'll comment, and now we've created a kind of relationship. And then after the party, I'm going to take her name, and I'm going to add her to my customer base group. Now here's where a lot of girls on my team get hung up. Because this is hard. This was hard for me. Not feeling spammy about that. Not feeling bad that you've added someone, that you friend requested someone you don't know, that you've added someone to a group, okay? Here's what I've come to realize. If you do this right, if you're giving an experience worth sharing, they have already connected with you and you don't even know it. They already feel like they're friends with you. That friend request was not weird to her because she's been spending the last 6 days watching your videos, laughing at you, looking at your pictures, connecting with you. It's not weird, okay? It's not spammy to her, right? So you don't need to feel that. I have never once, in all of my customers, and girls, I'm almost up to $9,000 this month in sales, okay? I have never once, I'm not even gonna throw this number out there. I have $145,000 in lifetime sales. I'm hitting 150 next month, I don't know if you want, okay? But all of that has been done through single orders, through parties. I've connected with every one of those people, okay? I've never once had someone say to me, why did you just put me in that group? Please don't friend request me. Please stop emailing me. Never once done that. And you know why? Because they think we're friends. Oh, $145,000 worth. We're friends. Okay? I may not have connected with them, but they feel like they've connected with me. And so it's not spammy to them. Okay? So did you all get that? Because that's going to be the most nitty-gritty. So just remember, if you've given an experience, if you've given them an experience, they already feel connected to you. Trust that process. Trust it. Okay, so the third and final step in giving an experience that's worth sharing is innovation. You have, I said this in the beginning, with this business now, you have to be innovative. You have to be creative. Okay, you have to be. This is how Unique is one up on the market from the other direct sales companies. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that. You know why I know that? Who just told me they had a friend at Norwex? Who was that? Yes. She said, do you know Kara Lewis Newton? We were talking about her at our convention. You know why? Because I got in with those Norwex ladies and I'm still doing a ton of parties with them. They are blown away by this method. I mean, it just is like blowing their minds. Guess what? I got a bunch of LuLaRoo parties lined up next week because it's blowing their minds. This is not how they do it. Okay? It's not how they do it. And it's not what they're doing is not giving them the results that this is giving them, okay? So this is our one-up. This is how we make a presence on Facebook that the other companies are not doing, okay? So what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing that others are not doing? How are you making a name for yourself? I've always told you, take my ideas, but make them your own. You can't be me and I can't be you. So you can take my ideas, you can take your upline's ideas, your downline's ideas, I get all kinds of ideas for my downline. And then make it your own. How are you going to make it you? How are you going to stand out? Be your own superstar. What you all don't know is that I was Kara Lewis Newton on my Facebook feed way before you people were following me because that's what I was telling them. That's what they thought. My friends on my Facebook feed, my customers, you better believe they thought I was rocking this business before I was rocking this business. That my customer base group was a group everybody wanted to be in before everybody wanted to be in it. Okay? Because that's how I was presenting my company. That it was that good, that I am a superstar. You are your superstar on your Facebook feed. Be that. They don't know that. They don't know you're not, but you are. You are. You are the unique makeup superstar. My first attempt at being innovative with this company was doing series in my customer base group, and I introduced this idea at convention last summer. And it's probably, if I narrow down what I get asked about the most, this is probably one of the top 3 things I get asked about. But in case you don't know what it is, the idea behind it is you create a series that you do in your customer base group, or you call it your VIP group. And it's a topic that you come up with. And I do mine for 5 days, 3 posts a day. So it's rather than just here and there posting in the group, it's very specific. And so my first one was called Spunk, top 5 products every woman needs in her makeup drawer. And it's very video saturated. And for those 5 days, I am focusing on one idea. And it's always a mystery hostess party. And I have seen that idea transform into something that is just, I mean, like that is what we do in Flourish. Like if you're not when you're running parties, you're running series, right? If you're telling me you don't know what to do next, I'm telling you to run a series, right? And my customer base group has learned to like love it. They can't wait for the next one, for the next idea. You know, I did a no peeking series in September and a naughty and nice series in December. Both of those parties were over $4,000 in my customer base group. Okay? Now my series didn't start out that way. That built over time. That was me being consistent every 6 to 8 weeks, coming up with a new, fresh idea that engaged the customer, that showed them who I was, that taught them about the products. Okay? Not selling, not telling, teaching. Being funny, being silly, being willing to be vulnerable, sharing my weaknesses with them. Okay, so you have noticed, and I know this is what my girls will be thinking, but I don't have any parties. That's great, but I don't have any parties. I know, okay? I didn't tell you how to get a party for a reason. That was on purpose, right? Because here's the deal. The party is not the goal. In fact, a qualified party is not the goal. I'm not sure how many parties I've done now with Unique, but I'm thinking it's close to 500. And I promise you, because I just don't really feel like finding the numbers, I wish they would give me an easy way of doing it, but I promise you that at least half of those parties are unqualified. And of those unqualified parties, more than half of my unqualified parties are 0 sales. My goal is never sales in a party. That's not my goal. My goal is always to connect with the person and expand my network. Always. Always. If you get hung up on the sale, you won't do well. You just won't, because you're hung up on telling. Okay? So, now, does that mean that I am not asking for parties? Always ask for parties because I'm insane. And because I will always do what I tell my team to do. Always. Always, always, always. I will never do something that I will not ask my team to do. And I will be honest with you, I am a person that is driven by competition and by numbers. I told Liz, I'm like, I'm a numbers girl, and you need to have my numbers right? So I messaged her twice with my numbers. And I am driven by that. But more than that, the reason my drive to succeed is my team. I will never ask my team to do something that I'm not doing. And my goal will always be the number one on my team. Not because I want to be number one. Never because I want to be number one. It's because I want to show them, I can do this, you can do this, and we will do it together. Okay? So I will always ask for parties. I will always ask for parties. We recently, as a team, did a booking blitz, and we, as a team, booked over 200 parties in 1 hour. And so we did that, and I actually, the girls were way better at me than this. I still, this far into it, with this many parties, had people to ask that I had never asked before. Still, okay? So I mean, when someone tells me I've asked everyone, nothing sends me into orbit faster. No, you have not. No, you have not. If I haven't asked everyone, you haven't asked everyone. But here is the deal. If you do this right, okay? If you get this, if you truly give an experience that's worth sharing, you will not be dependent upon asking for parties. I'm not. They're coming to me. They're asking me, at least every day. Can I do a party with you? Can I do a party with you? How about next week? How about next month? I'm not dependent upon it anymore because I've given them something they want to share. Okay? Okay, so here's an example of, actually I'm running a party for her right now. I'm not exactly sure if she's a Norwex lady or not, she might be. But I'm running a party for this girl right now, and so I always have my hostess do a welcome post. And this is the welcome post that she posted just this week in my party. I'll read it for you because you can't see it. But she says, "Hi ladies, I'm typically not one to have parties or even get excited to attend them. But recently I was added to one that was created by Cara Lewis Newton, and I was amazed. This woman is legit. the kind of gal who's inspirational. She's confident, absolutely knows her products, gives fabulous tips and demos, and takes all the work out of it for the hostess. I watched one of her videos and not only felt better equipped for beautiful makeup application, but was eager to watch more, simply in hopes that her confidence may somehow rub off onto me through the smartphone screen. I think they call her the queen of Facebook parties for a reason. I hope you all at least enjoyed checking out the product and maybe even catching a video or two. Now, again, I don't tell you that to brag to you. I tell you that to show you that that is what giving an experience will get you. That is called breaking into a market that most direct sales cannot do. That is convincing people to throw parties that otherwise would never throw a party. Okay? You think her friends don't know that she's not someone that would typically throw a party? You think they don't know that? And they don't know me. So you think they're gonna stop and take notice when Amy posts that? Heck yeah, they are. They're gonna stop and take notice. They're gonna stop and check out this chick she's talking about. And not only that, they are gonna buy. Those are my best parties. And so I'm breaking into markets, to networks of people like me who would have never in a million years done an online party. So, in the words of one of my elites, Jessica Bates, that you just saw, she says this all the time about her journey, you have got to change your mindset. So many girls have the mindset of, why me? Why me? And we've actually heard this phrase up here today. Why me? You have to change it to why not me? Why not me? I'll tell you what. You know what drove me when I started with Amy? I put a video of Sherry Brown's on. And instead of looking at that video, I'm like, why not me? Heck no, I looked at Sherry Brown's video and I thought, why not me? I can do that. No, I'm gonna do it better. Not gonna do it better than Sherry Brown. But that was my mindset. I am not special. I'm really not. I promise you. I don't have anything that you don't have. I don't have training in this. I don't have a business background. I'm a social worker. Okay? I'm not special. But my mindset has always been, why not me? Why not me? And you know what? I think that that is a little bit of what that hostess saw in me. I think that's what she saw. So in closing, to really be successful in this business, you have to give an experience worth sharing. Stop thinking of it as a party. I hate that word. Right? I honestly actually hate that called communication party because I don't like the word party. It's an experience, and it's an experience they're going to want to share with their friends. But you have to offer quality posts. You have to connect with that customer, and you have got to continue to be innovative and creative. And my word, have enough confidence to say, why not